The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Burkeen, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez. Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge. Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lee Burkeen.
Hi everyone, Lee Burkeen with the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're at Harvey Toyota in Bossier City, Louisiana. I want to thank them for allowing us to shoot a bunch of shows for Shreveport and Bossier. And I really enjoy interviewing high school coaches and recruits, but I really enjoy interviewing people that meant so much to the game that are retired now, that meant so much to the fabric of this city, of Shreveport and Bossier. Mike Suggs joins us, the retired C.E. Byrd, longtime head coach, and a great guy, and one of the best coaches in Louisiana. And he is doing what I want to do one day, and that's not work a lot. Coach Suggs, thank you for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
I mean, I remember I started the Louisiana Football Magazine when I got involved in it in 97. And between that 97 and 99, I met you. And I came to Byrd High School. I didn't even know Line Avenue, what Line Avenue was. I didn't know what the difference between Bossier was and Shreveport. I figured it out real quick. But you were the guy here, and going to your game, seeing 100 Yellow Jacket cheerleaders, a big band, the pride, and every year your teams, regardless of what you lost in talent, y'all just made it work every year. I mean, you would lose 30 seniors or 40 seniors, and you would have a whole new club every year. And I always admired that about you, that y'all were able to just reteach a whole nother group of kids. And people always thought it was easy, you know, outside maybe, because y'all had these big senior groups. I'm like, Mike's having to reteach a whole new group of kids every year.
We did have some good senior groups there for a while, and several years. It varies, just like in any public school. You know, you'll have a 30, 35 senior class, and then the next year it may be 20 or 25. It just kind of goes up and down. But, you know, what you said about the support there at Byrd, it was always great. I mean, whether we had a good season or not, I think that's some of my fondest memories, is just how the students supported and the community supported that school. And, our students always showed up. We always had a tremendous student section, and so much spirit in the school is what I'll remember.
I like purple too, because I grew up in Baton Rouge. I love LSU Tigers, and I mean, people in the media say, well, I don't know. Well, I'm just tell the truth. I grew up in Baton Rouge, so you like LSU. And
oh, yeah.
Bird's got a lot of history with LSU. You got a lot of history with a lot of your former players that walked on and played at LSU.
Yes, yeah, and a lot of people from Byrd have gone to LSU, and everybody in Louisiana loves LSU. And
some famous players that have come through Byrd. The late David Woodley was a great one, and you had a great one in Arden's Battle. It's phenomenal. Who would be the guy, Coach Suggs, that was the most joy to coach, like that had all the talent? Is there one or two guys, three guys?
There were.
I know you had a few.
Several of them, that we had. Of course, Arnez was one of them. Before Arnez was Leon Murray, was a quarterback and signed with Pitt and went on to have a great career. And there's so many of them there that through the years have been there so long. But those were elite type athletes that were such great young men.
Yeah, and tell me, am I remembering correct? Sam Nader graduated from Byrd?
Sam Nader did graduate from Byrd.
He's like the rocks in the foundation of LSU.
Lifford Hobley was another one.
Big time DB.
Yeah, at LSU. So.
And everybody in Baton Rouge knew Sam Nader.
Oh, yeah.
And just retired. I think retired the same year you did.
I think so, yeah.
Y'all went out the same time.
He was there a long time.
Right, long.
Great guy.
I remember when I was like 5 or 6 years old, he was the JV coach at LSU and had JV. Remember a JV team?
Yeah.
And it was a great, he was always had the same demeanor, Sam. I see Sam every week. He goes to a place called the Giulio Brothers in Baton Rouge. Gets some to-go Italian food. We're going to take a break. When we come back, and we're going to have more with Coach Mike Suggs from Byrd High School, retired Mike Suggs. And I want to ask him what he's doing now. I know he's fishing a little bit, doing a little hunting, but not right now. It's really hot. But I want to, like him, I want to go fishing full time pretty soon. But we're going to talk to Mike Suggs about what he's doing now. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Hi, everyone. Lee King back, the Sports Scout Report podcast. And look, if you're over 40 and you don't do YouTube, all you do is hit the bell and hit the free subscribe button, and then it'll ding you, and then share it. So I'm still trying to get the guys over 40, Coach, to look at the YouTube, which it took me a couple of years.
I wouldn't know how to.
You know, when this is over, I'm going to show Coach. But Coach Suggs is retired from Byrd. How does it feel being retired, Coach?
It doesn't suck, I can tell you that. It's not bad at all. I do miss the players. I do miss coaching. I miss the competition. I don't miss the headaches that go along with some of the other stuff. But, you know, doing it for 35 years, you know, it was time for me to step aside and let Coach Blue take it, and he's done a great job with it.
Well, you're an old Southwood grad, and you told me you were a 2-year difference in Stan Humphreys.
Yes, Stan was 2 years younger than me.
Y'all were rocking and rolling with talent at Southwood at that time.
Yeah, a lot of good players came through there, it really was.
Well, what do you remember going down memory lane, Coach, about when you were in high school and what it was like playing for your coaches?
You know, a lot of people that only played high school football or played high school and college and then went into business or whatever. They have those memories of high school, and I'll get back and talk to a bunch of guys I graduated from high school, and they can tell you about this play and that play from high school. But when you've played and then you coached as long as I did, it's hard to remember some of that from back when you played, because there's so many other memories of coaching other kids and so many other games that come. I still remember some of it from high school, but not as vivid as a lot of people do.
What did you enjoy most about football when you were coaching?
I just always loved the game. I loved it as a kid growing up. You know, I loved playing the game, and was fortunate to play it in high school and college. And then when that was over with, I really got lucky that Pat Collins got me into coaching, and I was able to work with him at Northeast for a couple of years, and just love of the game. I love the competition. I love the game. I love teaching the game, and I've always loved athletics, and I think you have to have that to get into this profession and stay in it, especially on the high school level. And
you got to be dedicated with all your time now. I mean, it's not a 8 to 5 job.
Yes, you know, we joked around about it a lot, but you know, as a coach, a lot of times you spend more time with other people's kids than you spend with your own.
Yeah.
And you know, that is a dedication that you have to have, and you have to have an understanding wife and family to put in the time that it takes to do the job the right way.
We'll take a break, come back. When we finish with Coach Suggs, I want to ask him about what he thinks about the game today, you know, since he's gotten out over the last few years. We've got so much transfer portal stuff, we've got free agency, and then high school kids getting paid. So much has changed. I want to get his thoughts. We'll be right back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez. Total Car Care. Tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge.
Welcome back, Lee King, the Sports Scout Report podcast here at Harvey Toyota, Subaru, Lexus in Bossier City. We got Mike Suggs, one of the best coaches ever coach, and playing his feet in Shreveport, coach high school football at Byrd High School, CE Byrd High School on Line Avenue here in Shreveport. Coach, a question I hate to even ask because I don't even like it is the portal with college football, the transferring of all kids everywhere now in all these cities. I don't have trouble with people making money, but the NIL deals. And the part about the NIL deal I want to ask is, it's easy to ask about in general what you think, but here's what we were talking about off air. If someone makes $3 million a year, what's the motivation to spend 9 hours a day getting better as an athlete while you're a kid compared to this new life you have making $3 million a year? And then all the requirements to make that money that you now were taken away from the sport. And how does the coach, like we were talking about, how does he control this anymore when the guy, maybe they give someone $1 million and that person doesn't even start now out of high school?
Oh, I know, I really don't like the direction it's going in, and I don't know how you can be a college head coach right now when you don't know who your roster's gonna be from spring to fall or from fall to spring.
Yeah.
And, you know, you always recruited players in there and you try to build a foundation and build that freshman and build your team, and you know what you're looking forward to
Yeah.
each year.
Yeah.
And now it's you recruit a player in, if he doesn't start, he's gonna leave and go somewhere else. And,
Yeah.
And the portal is different than the NIL deal, I think. I always thought that if a kid went to college for several years and wasn't able to play, that he ought to be able to transfer
Go somewhere else.
and, you know, once and be able to do it. But this, where they can jump around at any time, I don't like that. And where college players, and now I'm talking, trying to get high school players money, that, you know, I think it's going to run a lot of people, and I think it's going to end up running the game, and I don't know how they're going to walk it back now.
What they're going to have to do is they're going to go ahead and including the high school coaches on it that are working 80 hours a week, that are trying to feed 3 or 4 kids and a wife. They need to get some more money they need a raise. The coaches and teachers need a raise, and I'm throwing that out there for Louisiana.
Oh, that's always true.
Yeah, I mean, they need a raise. They do. But Coach, any final thoughts about fishing or anything you're trying to do when the heat goes down?
Well, when it cools off a little bit, I'll get back to fishing. I'm not that mad at them right now with it 110 degrees outside, but looking forward to hunting season coming up, and still playing a lot of golf.
Where do you golf? Where do you hunt? Where do you fish when the sun's down?
I play golf mostly at a place here in Shreveport, East Ridge
Okay.
Country Club, and then I hunt over in East Texas. I've got
Okay.
a place over there that I deer hunt and fish anywhere there's water. I can go a little bit everywhere.
Where there's gills and they're big enough to keep.
Oh yeah,
Saltwater, freshwater, or both?
freshwater. I do a little bit of saltwater, but not much.
I like to bass fish, catfish, brimfish, cyclone fish, and I love saltwater fishing. Coach, thank you for being here.
I appreciate you having me.
Appreciate it. Coach Suggs, Mike Suggs, and I want to be Mike in the next maybe 10 years. Maybe where I go fishing a little more and hunting. I'll thank Mike Suggs. Appreciate everybody for watching.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.